They never had a pretty girl from Joburg. See me now? And that's what they prefer.
You know, Jump is going crazy right now.
It's that time of the year again when the global music industry takes a moment to look back and see who's really shaping the sound of the world. And once again, South Africa is right at the center of it. Spotify Africa has just dropped the 2025 Global Impact Tablet list, which highlights the 30 South African tracks that have made the biggest international waves in the first half of the year. And topping it all are two names that have become impossible to ignore: Tyla and DJ Maphorisa. These two aren't just flying the South African flag high, they're rewriting the way the world hears music from the continent. For Tyla, this moment is another reminder that she isn't just a viral star who got lucky with one big song. Remember back in 2023 when her hit single Water took over TikTok and then suddenly started charting all over the world? People said it was cute that she had her 15 minutes, that she was just another viral experiment that would fade away once the algorithm moved on. Some even went as far as calling her a flop after the hype slowed down. But here we are in 2025, and Tyla is not only still here, she's running the game. In fact, she's proving with every release that she's more than just a one-hit wonder. She's a global powerhouse.
Me having these dreams, it seemed crazy at the time. I believe that it's so possible, all our dreams, no matter where you are from, how small your country, it's really possible.
Last year, Tyla completely dominated the Global Impact list with 12 songs. Think about that for a second. 12 tracks on one list, most of them from her debut album. She wasn't just participating, she owned it. Songs like Jump with Gunna and 𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒕, the sleek RT, the fan favorite Push to Start, and even deep cuts like Breathe Me, Priorities, and her dreamy collab intro with Kelvin Momo. She even slipped in Back to You from the deluxe version of her album. That was the kind of run only the biggest stars in the world can pull off, and she did it while carrying an entirely new sound she calls popiano, blending pop, R&B and amapiano into something that felt both fresh and universal.
I think people are just confused. I'm introducing something very new, even though it's familiar. It's Afrobeats, amapiano, and R&B and pop.
Yes.
It is a fresh new sound, and I think people confuse that with it sounding the same.
And now in 2025, she's back on the list again, this time with 3 songs that continue to showcase her versatility. First, there's Show Me Love, a smooth collaboration with 𝒊𝒐𝒃𝒂𝒍 that has become a staple on global playlists. Then there's Bliss, a May release that's been described as equal parts dreamy and danceable, the kind of song you hear once and suddenly you're replaying it all week. And of course, the remix of Push to Start featuring Sean Paul, which has exploded internationally, hitting multiple Billboard charts and proving that the original song wasn't just a moment, it was a foundation for something even bigger. Each track shows her range and her ability to jump between genres while keeping that Tyla essence that fans instantly recognize. Take Bliss, for example. It isn't loud or overproduced. It's hazy, smooth, and addictive, with Tyla's vocals floating over amapiano-infused beats in a way that just feels effortless. It's pop, but not bubblegum pop. It's soulful, but not heavy. It's vibey in a way that feels like summer in song form. That's Tyla's strength. She doesn't just sing, she curates a mood, and the world is clearly buying into it. And then you have the Sean Paul remix of Push to Start, which was such a genius move. Not only did it breathe new life into an already popular track, but it also opened doors to the Caribbean market, Latin America, and the broader global dancehall audience. The remix took what was already catchy and made it explosive, a true crossover moment that cemented Tyla's ability to move far beyond borders. Now, while Tyla has been out here carrying popiano to the global stage, DJ Maphorisa has been putting in just as much work on the amapiano side. Maphorisa is a machine. Year after year, he finds a way to not just stay relevant, but to lead. And 2025 is no different. On this year's Global Impact list, he leads with 5 tracks, including massive amapiano hits like Abantwana Bako with 𝒂𝒔𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒄 and Nkosazana Daughter and Sangena with Toss. These aren't just club bangers anymore, they're international anthems. From Lagos to London, from Berlin to New York, these songs are what people are moving to. Maphorisa has perfected the art of taking South African rhythms and making them feel like they belong everywhere, and that's not an easy skill to master. The beauty of Maphorisa's career is his consistency and his ear for collaborations. He doesn't just produce songs, he creates cultural moments.
In South Africa, we listen to DJ Maphorisa, we listen to Calvin Momo, we listen to obviously the Afrobeats 𝒍𝒐𝒃𝒂𝒍,
Yes.
Rema, Irasta, we listen to literally African artists, but then also obviously the global Drakes and the...
He knows when to link up with 𝒃𝒂𝒍 𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒕 to deliver pure amapiano magic, when to pull in vocalists like 𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒐𝒃𝒂𝒍 daughter to give a track that ethereal lift, or when to ride the wave with a talent like Toss, who brings raw street energy. This combination of vision, instinct, and discipline has made him one of the biggest cultural exporters of the amapiano sound. And let's not overlook the bigger picture here. Spotify's global impact list isn't just about numbers. It's not just who got the most streams or who went viral on TikTok. It's about influence. It's about which South African tracks are shaping conversations globally, finding new audiences, and setting trends. That's why it's so important that Tyla and Maphorisa are topping this list. They're not just making music that people like, they're making music that's changing the way the world listens.
Do things the way you want to do it and not worry too much about what other people think and what's going to happen. I used to feel like I need to have control over every little thing and make sure that it doesn't come off a certain way, but I feel like that kind of made me not enjoy it as much.
The 2025 list also highlights something else that's been key to this global rise: collaboration. South African artists are not just staying in their own lane anymore. They're teaming up with international names, crossing genres, and creating something that resonates across borders. Major League DJs teamed up with UK singer Jorja Smith on Come With Me. Master KG, who already went viral with Jerusalema, is now pulling off Latin American crossovers like Nishutheni. These aren't just random collabs. They're intentional bridges being built between cultures, and the diversity on the list is incredible. Amapiano is still a dominant force, but it's not the only story. Local hip-hop is making its mark with tracks like Kushobani by Casper Nyovest and What If, Mungani by Younger Chief. 𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒍 is holding it down with his contribution to 𝒊𝒎𝒑𝒂𝒍. Gospel is shining too with King Music and 𝒊𝒎𝒑𝒂𝒍's anthem, Jesus. What we're witnessing is not just the success of a few individuals, but the collective rise of a movement that's been building for years. South African music has always been vibrant at home, but now it's breaking barriers in ways that were once unimaginable. The numbers back this up too. Spotify recently revealed that in 2024, they paid out around 400 million rand to South African artists. This is a 54% increase from the year before. That's not small money, that's life-changing money for artists who have worked for years to make their sound heard. Even more impressive is that exports, meaning streams coming from outside South Africa, grew by 104%.
African music is just different. Like, it's more spiritual, I feel. Like, it makes you just want to dance. No matter what we're singing about, it can be a very sad song, but you'll be on the dance floor. I'm telling you. Like, yeah. I think that would be...
Because it does make you move anytime you listen to it.
Yeah, it does.
So I understand that. What kind of music did you listen to growing up?
I listened to literally everything. Like, a lot of Boyz II Men, Bright McKnight.
That means the rest of the world isn't just casually listening, they're tuning in, adding these songs to their playlists, sharing them on socials, and making them part of their daily lives. And Tyla and DJ Maphorisa are at the front of that charge. For Tyla, this is validation that her artistry is more than a trend. She's got the Grammy win under her belt already for Water, which became the first ever winner of the Best African Music Performance category. She's also been spotlighted by Spotify through their Equal Ambassador program, which highlights female artists globally, and Radar Africa, which puts rising stars on the international map. Add all of that to her consistent presence on the global impact list, and you can see why she's cementing herself as one of the most important African artists of her generation. Tyla, once written off by some as a fleeting viral star, is now leading conversations about where global pop is headed. and DJ Maphorisa, once considered a local producer, is now recognized as a global tastemaker. Together, they're not just topping a list, they're proving that South Africa is no longer an underdog in the global music scene. It's a leader. South African music is louder than ever, and the world is finally listening. Tyla and DJ Maphorisa are proof that this wave is unstoppable. But here's the fun part. If you could only keep one, would you pick Tyla's Amapiano vibe or Maphorisa's amapiano heat? Or do you think both are carrying the crown together? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more stories shaking up the music world.